Look around you, the folders on your computer, the decisions you make every day, the way your DNA branches into life itself. Hidden inside all of them is a tree. Trees, the branching logic of computer science. A tree is a connected acyclic structure. It starts from a single point called the root. Every other point, a node, descends from exactly one parent. The points at the bottom, with no children, are called leaves. Simple rules, infinite possibilities. Before we go deeper, let's name what we see. The root sits at the top. Each connection between nodes is an edge. The depth of a node is how far it is from the root. The height of the tree is its longest path downward. Nodes that share a parent are siblings. And any node, together with all its descendants, forms a subtree, a tree within a tree. The simplest and most studied tree is the binary tree, where every node has at most two children, a left and a right. This restriction is powerful. It gives us symmetry, it gives us recursion, and it opens the door to one of the most elegant ideas in computing, the binary search tree. In a binary search tree, every node follows one rule. All values to its left are smaller. All values to its right are larger. Searching becomes a guided journey. At each step, we cut the problem in half. 10,000 elements? Just 14 comparisons. A million? Only 20. This is the magic of logarithmic time. To understand a tree, we walk it. There are three classical paths. In order, left, root, right, which on a BST gives us sorted output. Preorder, root, left, right, useful for copying a tree. Postorder, left, right, root, perfect for deleting one. And then there's level order, a breadth first sweep layer by layer, like ripples on water. But trees have a weakness. Insert values in the wrong order, and your beautiful tree collapses into a line, a linked list in disguise. Search time degrades from logarithmic to linear. To fix this, computer scientists invented self-balancing trees. The AVL tree, invented in 1962, guarantees the heights of two child subtrees differ by at most one. After every insertion, it rotates itself back into balance. The red-black tree colors its nodes red or black, enforcing rules that keep the tree approximately balanced. It's the engine behind most language standard libraries, including C++ maps and Java's tree map. Sometimes we don't need full ordering, just the largest or smallest. Enter the heap, a complete binary tree where every parent dominates its children. The maximum or minimum is always at the root. This is how priority queues work, how Dijkstra's algorithm finds shortest paths, and how your operating system schedules tasks. For strings, we have a different shape, the trie. Each edge represents a character. Each path from the root spells a word. Autocomplete, spell check, IP routing, all powered by this structure. It trades memory for blazing fast prefix lookups. When your data lives on disk, not in memory, height becomes everything. The B tree was designed for this. A tree where each node holds many keys and has many children. Databases like PostgreSQL, MySQL, and file systems like NTFS use B trees and their variants. One disk read can retrieve hundreds of keys. Here's a binary tree in code. A node holds a value and references to its children. The structure is recursive, and so is the logic that operates on it. Inserting, searching, traversing, all expressed in a few elegant lines because trees themselves are recursive ideas made tangible. Trees are everywhere, file systems, the DOM of every web page, compilers parsing your code into syntax trees, game AI exploring decisions, machine learning with decision trees and random forests, even the blockchain. Every Merkle root is a tree of cryptographic truth. A tree is more than a data structure. It is a way of thinking. Divide, branch, conquer. Master it, and you'll see the shape of computation itself.